You know, death penalty, which simply means the imposition and execution of death sentence on a convicted person under prescribed state law, is no doubt a controversial subject matter. This controversy had led to the emergence of those who support its retention in the country's statute books and those who want it abolished. These two groups have their compelling reasons for it in their country. We looked at the laws, both statutory as well as their opinion. And in today's world, however, proposed some recommendations aimed at reducing cases where death penalties exist. Now, with this short description, what we are discussing today is what we call capital punishment. Now, what that simply means is death penalty on certain crimes committed by somebody, in a country. For example, a case of rape. Some countries or states, the penalty for such is death, punishable by death. Now, is this okay? Are you okay with it? Is this okay for a state to punish people by death? Or are there reasons for not doing so? That is what we'll be discussing on this episode of The Angle. So guys, what do you think? In your own words, explain capital punishment. Akin?
Well, that is, according to what I have here, is executing somebody, permanently stop the worst criminals and means we can all feel safer, and feel safer as they can't commit any more crimes, So, and capital punishment, murder that is willful, no, capital offenses, sorry, murder that is willful, deliberate, malicious, and premeditated. Murder in the perpetration of or in attempt to perpetrate any arson, torture, escape, kidnapping, treason, espionage, sabotage, aggravated sexual abuse, child abuse, burglary, or robbery. All these thoughts, they deserve death penalty. Now, I was telling somebody upstairs, we were arguing before, and I said, fine, it's not good because he was quoting Bible, which finally I totally agree with that. But then I'm looking at it from, reality right now. Something you are there. I'm trying to put emotions into this. You are there. You have a couple who have been looking for a child for like 15 years. They've been married for 15 years. And then somebody burgled their house, forced themselves into the house, forcefully have intercourse with the child of 7-year-old. And after that, strangling the child to death. And then the police come, arrest them. And then you are telling me that those people should go scot-free. No, I'm just trying to look at, I'm looking away from the Constitution right now. I'm trying to look at reality right now. So this is why I am in support of capital punishment.
Okay, I'll come back to you because there's something you said that I took note of. Valerie, what do you think?
Okay, so capital punishment, also called death penalty, is execution of an offender sentenced to death after conviction by a court of law of a criminal offense. So, but let's go to where it was talking about the fact that, based on the fact that some people commit crimes like killing, rape, sexual assault, and all of that, I feel that death penalty is not enough. It's not good enough. Like he's saying going scot-free, I don't think they're
When you say not good enough, do you mean
okay.
after killing the person, they should kill the person again?
Okay, no. no, not that actually. He actually said going scot-free. I don't think, like, the definition doesn't actually state that the person is going scot-free.
Yeah.
They won't go scot-free. There are other measures which can be taken, like jail terms, forever in prison, they should be there. But the fact that death penalty should be taken or should be the solution to that particular case, I don't think it's okay.
So you are not for
I'm
capital
not
punishment?
for capital punishment.
Interesting. Peace.
Okay, I'm going to start by asking a question. Why does somebody who kill another person deserve to live? Because, you know, if you live by the gun, you should die by the gun. Because you willfully took somebody else's life. A life is precious to God, and you took it. I don't think you deserve any other punishment but death, to be honest. Because it's a life for a life. You took a life. You should give your life for it. And in some cases, these people have taken several lives. It's like, if you ask them how many people have you killed, they can't even remember. But we should give you your own life. That's unfair. So yes, capital punishment for some cases. Of course, there are cases where capital punishment might not be usually, to the best of my knowledge, I don't know in some other countries, but to the best of my knowledge, I think capital punishment is only for very extreme crimes, like maybe murder, rape, things that are like very damaging. Yes, very extreme. So if your crime is extreme, your punishment just has to be as extreme as your crime. We're just being fair. We're not even wicked. But like I said, a life for a life. If you kill, why?
Instead of just death penalty.
Why do you think the person shouldn't be killed?
Staying in prison for the rest of the person's life is enough punishment for the person to change.
Why should they be in prison for the rest of their lives when they should have just been dead?
Nigerian prison is enough torture.
Yes, it's enough torture.
You will go there 3 years after and discover that the person is not there again.
That's it.
Nigeria.
That's a conversation for another day.
That's a conversation for another day.
But my point is, why do you think they should stay in prison for the rest of their lives rather than just taste the same pill
You're
of death
cutting
that
them
day?
off of normal life freedom, like
But
being able
listen,
to live. Yes,
look
now.
at it. Is
Yes.
death? Listen, you know,
That's gradual
now
death
listen,
in itself.
Listen, when you said, because you made an example when it's premeditated.
Yeah.
Now, when somebody, like you give an example, kills, okay, no, it was Akin, had intercourse with the child and strangled the child to death. Does killing the fellow satisfy the parents of the child?
I'm talking about the emotions here. We all have. What would you have done at that moment, seeing the scene? What would you have done at that moment?
Anger and pain will lead you to want to do that immediately as the parents are looking at that. That's what anger and pain will make you do. Yeah, justice. But at the end of the day, justice, like P.I. said, doesn't bring back that child, doesn't solve the problem.
No, because I understand what
Forgiveness doesn't bring
Oh,
back
yes.
the child either. The person in jail doesn't bring back the child either. So either way,
But
the
is
child
that
isn't coming.
enough pain for this
That's what
person?
I'm saying.
I mean,
You want this person to go through pain, years and years of pain, torture. So
Okay,
killing this person, is
let
it enough?
let the person just die.
Can I quickly
It's okay.
contribute
It's
to
okay.
So that we can be safer.
Yeah.
You know that the person is gone.
No, you know that this person is not going to be safe. He's not going to
I
escape.
literally had a close
So are you
friend.
enough with that kind of pain, death, or you want a long-term pain?
Like
Have you ever heard-
Gradual, you know.
Have you ever heard about this famous line that people use? I don't know where the source is. As long as there's life, there's hope.
Yes.
If you give somebody an opportunity to wake up every day, you somehow are telling them that there's a possibility.
Oh no, not when
You're somehow telling them that there's a possibility for a chance to another life.
Yes.
We have had cases where people were put in prison and somehow the administration changes. And then
Exactly.
the new president says, you know what, take out all the old prisoners. I don't want them there anymore.
Yes.
That's somebody who could have died 10 years ago and just saved us the stress of worrying about one more
Okay,
murder on
so
the
are we
streets.
saying that
But now-
the jail term doesn't do enough correction?
That's what they're saying.
I'm saying depending on the crime, capital punishment is fine.
I mean, if this person is committing a crime for the first time, but let's say it's in
So
a
we're
case
giving them a
of,
second chance to kill another person.
let's say if
Valerie.
we're giving if it's now in a position or in a place where it's Osama bin Laden, and we're having cases like it's going
Boko
on
Haram.
and Boko Haram, yes,
Exactly.
it's
The
going
slaughter.
Or one man that is producing
where
trying to-
where a man now thinks that is in his place to take a man's life.
Exactly.
He has the power to take
It's
life away.
premeditated.
Yes, premeditated and over planned, like they've had like
Think about
they're
people who brought
on a
about
table
COVID
like this
and
and
they're
they're
killing
planning
people with fake vaccines.
exactly things like that.
Should we leave them to live though?
You
Now, like I
slaughter them.
said, I'm convinced
One time.
enough now that yes, possible this capital punishment
Can be
should
applied.
yes can be applied. Okay.
So you're saying in
Welcome to the
severe
club.
cases.
No,
No,
she's welcome to the club.
Severe cases.
In severe cases, thank you. Premeditated cases, thank you very much.
So I can.
I quite agree with what they've said, and I'm trying to be careful so that you won't say
Because you're a
I'm trying to
public
be on the
figure.
fence again. I'm not going to be on the fence. I'm going to say it as it is. But
Like
one thing I
someone
know
said,
is
choose my words.
one thing I know is if you get close to Christ, do all what God asks you to do, you will not commit any crime that will make you face a judgment that some people will now be deciding how many days you are going to spend on the earth.
All right. In rounding off, I would say it is not acceptable to take another man's life. It is not appropriate. And the Bible also lets us know that you are bound by state laws. And if you study the scriptures, it says, if you do wrong, you should be bothered. Because the state has the ability to execute. Now, the Bible is not mandating it, but it's telling you that the state has the ability to execute. It is their choice. So you should avoid things that would lead you there. Because once you do such, and it is punishable by law by that community, of course they will execute. Of course they have the ability to execute because you are bound by that state, that country's law. So in rounding off, avoid things of such. And whether you are asking if we would make sure you are executed for doing wrong, well, like the Bible left you for the state,
We'll leave it for the state.
we'll leave it for the state. And with that, we say bye-bye.